Oh, apparently the servers are fucking dead. The devs did not agree to the fact that they've made a huge ass fucking mistake. And they've decided to move the option with the bad weather into the options. I'm not even sure where exactly. Common battle. Here? There it is. Even though it's used in the freaking ground battles. Okay, so Shisaka is already here. Guess we're starting with it then. Yeah, it's a lot of destroyed bombs. Why the heck I can't see the whole map here? Really? I cannot see. My crew cannot see torpedoes like 50 meters to my side? The ace crew? Why the fuck my crew is locked? What the fuck is wrong with this game again? What's even what's even more wrong with this shit again? What the fuck are you talking about? 13 meters? At the top? Are you fucking nuts? Series of captures. I can try, I guess. Pit Thunder. Did you miss this part? How the fuck are you supposed to notice a torpedo 13 meters away from your vehicle on a with a ace crew at top condition? 13 meters away from your fucking ship that barely goes 36 kilometers per hour? How the heck are you supposed to dodge that? Is it better on other vehicles? It fucking isn't. What a fucking joke. Even the destroyers are incapable of dodging the freaking torpedoes because they're gonna just pop into the air from 30 meters away from you. And apparently the servers aren't capable of handling the game either.
Attack the D point! Defend the D point!
See? It's just a shit thunder as fucking usual.
Attack the D point! Attack the D point!
Hey, it gave me a chance to spawn in, finally.
戦闘用最大戦争無価人パイ戦闘配置をつけ時間が近接中20を
Well, great. The enemy destroyer decided to disappear into the freaking thin air.
別完了目標実感識別目標実感識別完了目標実感識別完了目標実感
Thank you!
Also, did you... Bobby, are you still here? Because with the release of the new Battle Pass, which I actually kind of forgot to get, did you see the fact that the anti-cheat was just simply not working at both air and ground vehicles? They just blatantly admitted it, that the anti-cheat wasn't working. Well, hello, Petra.
Allied forces have captured a zone!
I think I can no longer land anything. Well, I do not really like the top tier naval battles, simply because they nerfed all my fleet basically by nerfing all the Shimoza shots on the IGN.
識別完了目標実感
But at the same time, hey, look, I can more easily converse with the chat because it's not as action-packed as ground battles, especially the top tier ones. Yes, I agree. Even though unfortunately they still produce a shit ton of nonsense. Yeah, navals, you're the one that getting one shot from out of nowhere. Previously it was possible to do so with the most powerful high explosive shells, well, semi armor penetration high explosive shells, the so-called SAP shells, that are basically the Shimoza shells on the Japanese fleet, with 60 kilos of TNT inside. But they buffed the armoring on all the top tier battle cruisers, I think, and it just become not viable to use them against the enemies. And also, look at that piece of bullshit that does not have a damage model. Because it is not made of hull sections at friggin' all. Even though it's supposed to. Hitting directly at the middle of the ship does not destroy its crew even. Yeah, only direct hit on its bridge damages the crew somewhat. See? I've just got a one shot out of fucking nowhere. Well, because you're not supposed to aim perfectly at the enemy. This is not how it works. Your vessel has its own speed, the enemy vessel has its own speed. You can only get the target parameters on the horizon, I suppose, but you still gotta figure it out by yourself, the distance that you gotta shoot. At least in realistic battles. In the arcade ones, you do not need to do so. You can just, well, in arcade markers do still provide you with enough info on what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to shoot. Great, there's another enemy SKR. Another invulnerable faggot. So if you're getting close to the enemy ship, you're supposed to shoot lower basically than the enemy ship and that way you're gonna decrease the distance that the shell's gonna land. If the enemy ship is going further away from you, you've gotta shoot higher, which will gonna decrease the distance. And I'm gonna give you another hint, but after I'm gonna try to land this missile. God damn it. That was close, but not close enough. So another one is to adjust... Which one do I use? Weaponry? Ah. So you see, the moment you lock onto the enemy vessel, your crew measures the distance and just does nothing afterwards. The problem is, the distance is constantly changing between you and the enemy. And the targeting crew just does not do that by itself. I feel like it does that job in arcade, but it definitely doesn't in the realistic mode. Where is the X button? Oh, because it's freaking aircraft, even though I'm in naval battles. Right. Target tracking is very useful because it just locks on and jumps to the enemy. It's kinda easy to search enemies that I do not see, especially for the airplanes. Great, this game is unable even to leave the battle. Let's go back to the controls. So actually you can use the lock-on, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure I've ever been using these two. Where the heck is the X button? Is it simply in here somewhere? In common? Yeah, I guess it is here. So you just click again on the enemy ship for the second time before you're about to shoot. And your crew makes an adjustment on the distance to the enemy vessel. Should I do this, I wonder? Wait a second. Is that then? Oh, I suppose it's here. Prepare for a flashbang. So that's my paint. That's my MS paint. So imagine here is your ship, I guess. Can I kind of turn it easily? Suppose I cannot. In the usual paint. Here is gonna be the enemy one. If you're going in parallel lines, this does not matter because whenever you're moving, the distance between these two will be constant. There's these few items. So this distance gonna be constant. That's quite obvious, isn't it? On the other hand, if one of your ships or both of your ships are going towards each other in one way or another, so your courses are gonna intersect somewhere in on the side, I guess, further on the right. The distance is gonna be going lower and lower each time you're about to shoot. So each time the distance is gonna be okay. Let me check. This really? Why the heck do you do this to me? Oh, right, this one's gonna... How the heck does it freaking works? Okay, this will do. So each time between these positions, and let's say your ship is moving as well, the distance between these and these is gonna be smaller and smaller. And if you're not gonna correct or get the proper distance between each section, you're not gonna be able to hit anything. Which is why it's crucial to get the correction before you're shooting each time. Oh well, you'll have to rewatch that explanation once again. Well, you've gotta rewind the recording and and watch that explanation once again.
お迎えいっぱい識別完了目標
Okay, so see the distance, hmm,
自重を
distance below my crosshair, I suppose. Do you see if I'm not moving it up and down? It's staying at the same distance. That's the distance of the first measurement of the distance to the enemy. So like if I'm gonna press the lock on target once again on this one, the distance gonna stay will become the one that's like under the selected target. Like let's press it right now. And now my gunners have another distance set on their guns.
思うか
But because the distance between these 2 points in time have changed, you need to correct the distance that you're shooting even further away. Like this position says that that's gonna be 7.6 kilometers, right? But for not doing so, you just need to lock on target each time you're trying to shoot. And the initial position of your cannons, of your cannon aim is gonna be closer to the enemy than it's well, it's just gonna be how it's close to the reality. Reality is actually shown here, but the distance for your cannons is shown underneath your crosshair, which is why you've always gotta update the distance basically before you're making a shot. And then if you're landing in front on, if you're shooting or undershooting or overshooting, you just gotta correct. If you're overshooting, you're moving your aim lower, by that you're decreasing the distance the shots are flying. If you're undershooting, you're aiming higher. And that's basically the same. If the enemy is coming closer, you need to undershoot. If enemy is going away from you, you need to overshoot. The only problem with that is that if there's somebody else in the vicinity of your crosshair, whenever you're trying to press the lock on target again, it's gonna try and lock on the other target if it's closer than the other one, which it just did. Well, before the previous volley, to be exact. How the heck am I overshooting this much? And now we're getting close, and I'm going to decrease that distance, I suppose. I don't think I should have decreased it this drastically, though. Did they work the naval battles again? It says that I'm hitting, though. And now I'm overshooting. Even though the enemy is just becoming closer and closer. At the same time, it's almost dead. But it seems like it's controlled by a bot, because it's not even returning any fire. And by bot I mean just somebody trying to farm the silver lions. Yeah, it's basically sunk already. It's kinda easy with the bots, simply because the rate of fire allows you to see where your shots are going and correct almost in real time, simply because the distances are lower. The shots are hitting the enemy much quicker than the cannons are, because you're basically shooting on several kilometers with the cannons, and maybe like a kilometer and a half with the other cannons. Well, there's something there. Well, there's a destroyer somehow.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
And also, maybe I would love to recommend you to assign the changing of cannons to something, and assigning targets to the cannon groups, because like I can easily swap between the cannon groups with 3 buttons. First cannon group, second, and the third one. Except there is no the third one, but I can still use it. And also assigning the targets for the cannon groups. And even though there is no third group for on this CNN, I can still like use its markers if I need to pay my attention to something. Like for a plane that's not yet in the in anywhere near, but I can see it from afar, I can just mark it. Or I can mark this one. Or I can tell my first caliber to shoot at it finally. The only problem is that you need to switch back to that group and select the shots manually if they're supposed to use something other than the basic shots. Like I was switching to timed fuse for my cannons to shoot at that plane. Far for the artillery. And yeah, by this T17, it places a mark on the map, an exact position, which basically allows you to drop an artillery strike on the enemy, even though you do not know where exactly their ass is. Oh, there's a boat. And now it is visible, and I can drop an artillery like over there, in the position where it's slowly going. God damn it, I was hoping to kill it myself. How the heck that was not enough? I think I've exploded a bomb. Really? I got killed by some savage chaser? Really? I cannot switch in this battle the scale for both ships and planes? God damn it. This one did hit though. How the heck it was not enough to kill it?
We're losing.
Really? I broke my left propeller, but not the right one? Nice, finally!
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
The only problem is that enemy boats. And I do not longer see the one that killed me actually, except unless it's that one over there.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
God damn it. Oh, I guess I'm breaking the propellers again.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
Really, they reload really quick. Alright, there's some destroyer going over there. So let's attack that one. Unless I actually need to destroy something over there.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Close enough. And maybe it'll sink. But I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, why the heck the tickets have decided to just disappear? There was a shitload of tickets, and the enemy was losing only a single point, but they just poofed in a fucking second. How much do I need? 35k. Oh shit! And I need 2 of these. Okay, let's start with the friggin' boat then, and try to get the awards first. Let's try and go with the PT-15 and capture some points instead of trying to sink enemies with the Sionan.
時中を了解範中ようそろう
Yeah, that was a surprise. I was trying to land something nearby, but I did not hope of destroying that one. Oh great, we are getting shot by an enemy ship.
Enemy forces
Hey, that was a second health repair. Well, now that I think about it, is it much easier to get the award if you play naval? Now that I think about it, the problem is I think that when I saw the challenges of getting these objectives, they did not allow the use of boats like in naval battles. So I had to repair the help with the repair only in ground battles. I'm not gonna be able to get the C point this way.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
And now I've got to capture the B points somehow. Who the heck are you?
Take him down.
前方に危険な左折不毛か識別完了高級班 前方に危険な左折
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach the B point under
展開
this amount of enemy ships around.
通りか高級班外区画へ投入
You're right, of course. Why the fuck would you need a line of sight to shoot whenever you do not fucking need one? I don't know, let's try to use the Mutsuki.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
戦闘配置につけ敵艦が近接中不毛か
Allied
識別完了。目標実感。
ドクターマルド8000メートル。
識別完了。目標実感。
ドヨンマルド7000メートル。
ホーリカ識別完了。目標実感。
おいドヨンマルド6000メートル。命中。
What the heck is this? Pierced through with no damage. How the fuck a shot filled with explosives, with almost 2 kilos of that, deal no fucking damage after quote unquote piercing the armor? Yeah, now it seems like the Garland's gonna be first, and I won't be able to reach the B point either and get the reward. Or maybe it's gonna burn down and I may be able to reach it instead of that S709, 701. Fucking amazing! How the fuck am I supposed to fight a 4.3 prick that does fucking nothing and sits on his fucking ass and doing nothing? Well, I, with all my cannons, unable to deal any fucking damage to the faggot. Really? 800 kilo bomb was not fucking enough to sink that shit. No fucking way, it's sunk after all. Can somebody explain to me why the fuck this invite section was highlighted, even though there's literally nothing in there? How the heck did I get a target destination on that?
Take him down!
Wait, did they change the torpedoes again? Oh fuck's sake, there was a buzzard camping here. I don't think I'll be able to reach this spawn point. The only option is here, I feel. Fucking amazing. And again, I won't be able to reach the capture point in time.
Thank you very much.
And even though I've basically destroyed all the fucking enemy cannons, I still cannot destroy this fucking ship. Because it's a huge ass fucking Dracha that spawns in fucking bot spawn and almost impenetrable to the cannons the boats can provide you with.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
識別完了。目標哨海艇
包囲登録丸と7000メートル。
Literally is farming the repairs here. Even with the bots? Was it the bot? No, it wasn't.
撃沈敵に命中
敵を撃滅進路基地へ向ける
Should I switch to something else and complete the dailies quickly? And then I'm just gonna complete the marathon tomorrow? Maybe I will after the next battle. Guess I still need something fast.
戦闘用
衝突警報
通りか
通るか
思おうか
横断命中傾いて減速している突撃
識別完了
横断命中
消火探査始め
Yo, fucking course. Why the fuck whenever I'm getting a proper spawn, I'm getting spawned at the fucking destroyers? Well, these pricks are spawning at boat level. Why the fuck? This game just decided to spawn me all the way, facing all the way fucking back. Not even facing the fucking battlefield. And of course we have another faggot on a hacks. Absolutely fucking amazing. What a fucking crap this shit is.
Attention to the map. Allied forces have captured a zone.
Of course there's a faggot that just ignores the fucking armor.
Allied forces have captured a zone. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Sprenggranate geladen.
Our victory is near.
Oh, fucking course. Another freak incapable of doing shit. Don't tell me that the say 122-54 that I've killed before. No, that's exactly the same one.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy.
Why the hell is it still alive? Can somebody fucking explain to me? Yeah, apparently the fucking laser rangefinder does not fucking work with the enemies. It just doesn't measure the distance how it's supposed to. Or let's try again.
Gefechtsbereitschaft herstellen.
Kraftfahrer bereit. Richtschütze bereit. Ladeschütze bereit.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Oh, that's not even the turn that I need to take. That's how weak the mouse is.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Seems like there's not gonna be another enemy behind that one.
Panzergranate geladen.
Our victory is near. Thanks.
Well, I thought that was something of an enemy.
Panzergranate geladen.
Thank you very much.
Really? You just came all your freaking way here with your new patent too, and you've decided to get like that and just get yourself shot because you've decided to show a piece of your tank without letting a chance for another shot by yourself. At the very least, he's still in the game. I'm gonna credit him where credit is due. He's quite stubborn. Whoever this God's Curry is.
Thank you. We're controlling most of the zones. Thank you. A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Really? How the fuck I was unable to penetrate the T-44?
Panzergranate geladen.
Are you fucking kidding me? What? Are you freaking kidding me? What do you mean a fucking breach?
Grid zone.
Really?
Panzergranate geladen. Panzergranate geladen. Geschütz ist wieder einsatzbereit. Geschütz einsatzbereit. Verstanden. Vorwärts.
Poor guy was trying to kill me so freaking hard. But at the very least I know he's a real player and not a bot.
Thank you very much. Nebel geladen. Rohladungsgranate geladen. Most of the zones are under control. Getting it out.
Fortunately I was still unable to land a multi-kill. right? Oh, I actually did. When though? I thought that was not quick enough. Oh well. Guess I'm wrapping up the marathon tomorrow with all this shit show. Well, it took a freaking year to get this. Oh, right, I've got to activate the freaking battle pass as well. If only servers were working. What an amazing shithole. Simply unable to fucking work. Wow, it's finally freaking here! Maybe I'll be able to complete this one. So 4 degrees per second. It's only minus 4.5. Yeah, not that great, unfortunately. Also, it seems like you can just kill the gunner with a Browning. At the very least, there are 18 shots, which is much better than the amount you have on the Type 60. And this objective is for tomorrow. Till next time.